So I believe that Naoya Inoue will beat David Picasso, but what are the ways that David Picasso could possibly pull this off? Because he has a chance. Every man who gets in there has a chance. But this is a real bloody difficult task for him. But he's unbeaten. He's tested himself at the very highest level. And he's got attributes that could cause some problems. I'm predicting Inoue to win a decision. I think that Picasso can be very dangerous. And we're going to get into ways that he could possibly cause Inoue problems and possibly get the job done. If he is to, how could he get the job done? This is how I think he might approach the fight. So this first one's interesting, a point that I've got, because David Picasso as a Mexican, he's very strong on the inside, likes volume punching on the inside, and again, very strong guy. But he can fight long range here. He can. And I believe he has got the reach advantage over Naoya Inoue. And Picasso has shown many times that he can fight and box at range. I feel like he needs to use his jab in this fight. I feel like the jab will be very important. He needs to be mixing it up a lot, though, from head to body. And, I feel like his lead hand just needs to be very active in general, to be honest here. He needs to be as good as possible in that lead hand battle. I feel like that's going to be very important for David Picasso in order to have any chance of being able to win this fight. But he's taller and longer than what Naoya Inoue is. So fighting at range here, which he has shown in the past, he has got some good solid strengths. It could be interesting. And I think the thing is, Inoue is very dangerous when he is able to step in and land his counter shots. David Picasso needs to be very good and very smart at managing the distance here. Because I think a big thing is he's not going to be able to outslug Inoue. That's just not going to happen. Look at when Cardenas tried to outslug Inoue. Look at how that ended for him. Neri at times tried to outslug Inoue. Look at how that ended for him. Again, those two guys dropped Inoue, but in the end, they lost and they both got knocked out. So you don't want to outslug Inoue because it's just not going to work. So I feel like it's going to be a fight where Picasso might be out of his comfort zone a bit and is going to have to change things up. But I don't think it's anything he hasn't done in the past, though. We've seen him be able to fight at range before, and he's good at it. He is good at it. He needs to be high volume in this fight. Loads of shots need to be thrown. I don't think it matters if he misses loads of the time. He just needs to make sure the distance is right and that he just keeps Inoue thinking. But the thing is, though, if he is too messy, Inoue is always going to be able to find counter shots. He needs to make sure he's not overcommitting. And it's always a problem when you do. Look at what happened when Neri overcommitted against Inoue, got dropped. That lead hook from Inoue was just bang on the button, catching him. Picasso needs to be very smart at managing the distance here. It's what he needs to do. I feel like he needs to, he as the stronger guy, he needs to be able to try and smother and clinch Inoue a lot here. And Inoue, I feel like he's going to try and shut the distance down because Inoue can do whatever. Inoue can fight well at range. He can fight well up close. He can fight well at mid-range. Picasso, I feel like, needs to make it very ugly. And I say that a lot when guys fight Inoue because you need to do that because basically no one is more skilled than him. But with David Picasso, I believe he is capable of being able to smother Naoya Inoue at times in this fight. And if he can get something going and he gets it working, then things could be interesting. But he needs to try and disrupt that rhythm of Naoya Inoue. But he does have a nice tight guard as well. He does have a nice tight guard, David Picasso, and he does catch shots well on the gloves. So, again, his defense, I think, is solid for it, and he can take big shots if things do get a bit out of hand for him. So, he's got attributes to be able to do something in this fight. It's not going to be a fight where Naoya Inoue goes in there and easily beats him. I just don't see that happening. Inoue is going to have to dig deep, and I feel like Picasso is going to be able to make him do that. So this will be interesting, but I think a big thing is here, David Picasso can't stand still and just fight in the pocket with Inoue, because he's going to get out hustled. He's going to get out hustled up close. That's what will happen. But he needs to make sure he's smothering him and not getting caught big on the way out. But it's going to be interesting. He can't rely on trying to land, one big shot in this fight. Because, again, he's got power, but he definitely doesn't hit as hard as Inoue. And he can't rely on a shot like what Cardinals basically was when he was fighting Inoue. He was relying on that big counter shot. He studied that Neri knockdown a lot. And Picasso just needs to go into this fight with his own game plan here. MJ Ahmedaliev just got completely outskilled by him. Just completely outskilled by Inoue. I think he was trying to go into the body bit, but just wasn't able to. That being said, I think that Picasso needs to try and target the body of Inoue. I reckon that could be something that he actually does go in there and do. So that could be interesting, because overall, Inoue's body I haven't fully seen it be real tested. I don't really see Inoue get absolutely, smashed to the body. And I feel like Picasso could bring something like that into this fight, because he does work the body well. So again, I feel like that could be a key thing for David Picasso that could possibly be a big factor in this fight. A key to really help him win is target that body and whip in some big body shots, because he does do that well. So it's going to be interesting, this fight. But again, I'm going with Inoue. I just feel like he's far superior. But Picasso's got a chance.